So this year I'm trying to live a little bit more minimally, purely because I function better when I'm not surrounded by stuff and clutter. So yesterday I started with my wardrobe, went through everything, took out anything that I no longer wear, no longer fits me, is just kind of looking tired and old, or anything that just didn't bring me joy anymore. And that got bagged up to go to the recycling centre, the charity shop, and to be sold on eBay and Depop. And now that's done, it's like a weight is lifted off my shoulders. So much easier to choose clothes in the morning. Now I can actually see what I've got. So the next step for decluttering is definitely my office. It's not super cluttered, it doesn't look particularly messy. I can't have it very messy, otherwise I can't think. But hidden in all of the boxes and the drawers are just like little bits of things I just shove in there, shove out the way, and are kind of out of sight, out of mind. So it's definitely time I went through everything, sorted stuff out. It could also do with a little bit of a deep clean as well. Obviously I clean it all the time, but don't always get time to take everything out and clean behind stuff. So I'm going to do that as well. So please join me as I declutter my office. Let's get going. So I'm just going to start with my Cricut drawers. As you can see, they are full of junk that needs sorting out. So I'm going to get everything out from them, give them a clean, and then hopefully I can get rid of some stuff and sort it all out. So I just started taking everything out. There's loads of random stuff in there, like these two TY tags, no idea why they were in there. And lots of just bits and pieces that I've just kind of shoved in there over time when I didn't want to deal with them. I've got lots of little tools and stuff for my Cricut and my Silhouette as well. All the different adapters. I don't really have a home, so I never really know where they are because they're usually underneath stuff. I just went through each piece of like paperwork and stuff as well. Threw out quite a lot of things, empty boxes. I used this for a previous video and I realised I hadn't actually taken the plastic off the frame. So I did that, and then I thought I can use that again for another video in future. Also got some other bits and pieces that I've just kept on hand to do like vinyl blanks with. So these are all pre-cut decals that I've done, but a lot of them have been sitting there so long I haven't really done anything with them, so I just decided to bin them all and I'll start again this year with some new blanks. This vinyl I've never used, and that vinyl there I never used, so I'm going to give that away. I'm just hoovering and spraying each of the drawers as I'm going through. Then this is the dreaded vinyl scraps drawer. I've got so many scraps, I'm going to leave that till a little bit later. So those were all the empty drawers, I've cleaned them, and then I thought I'd clean just the outside as well, and then start sorting stuff into each drawer. I then also thought I'm going to put some labels on each of the drawers so I know where everything is and I can keep everything a bit more organised. So that's my label list, I've started there. This one I'm going to do like a postage stickers drawer because I've got my postage stickers are kind of all over the place, so I thought I'd put all of them in one drawer. Then I put all the little tools in this little pot, and then hopefully it'll be a lot easier to find. As you can see, it's a little bit more contained and they're not just going to be hidden underneath things. So that was a tool drawer. These are all blanks that I can just use for future vinyl videos. Then this is an electricals drawer, just to put all those kind of wires and bits and pieces. Although I thought I need to get some wire organiser tie things, so that went on my to buy list. Then that was a drawer just with covers in. And then I do have some pre-cut vinyls that actually I didn't do that long ago, so I'm not going to chuck them out. And then all those other little bits and pieces to go on my desk. So this is just a desk organiser. Another thing, I just like shove paperwork in and put it out of the way, and then I forget about it. So it was definitely about time that I went through that. And a lot of stuff I just don't look at. I've got so many diaries and notebooks and things. So again, just went through everything, made sure anything important I kept, but anything I didn't need anymore, got rid of. I've had a few receipts that I still need to input into my CAN system. These drawers, I've decided to use them for something, but you'll see that later in the video. So once that was all organised, put that back. I do need to take off the vinyl from that, but I couldn't be bothered to do it that day. All of those things I'm going to give away, putting that in the pile to give away. And put that on my desk to sort later. So next up was my vinyl. So the problem with this is, it used to be quite good, this drawer, but it's really hard to know what colour I've got when I'm only looking above it. So I decided to get everything out, see what I had, see if I needed to order anything else in. I actually had a lot of every colour really, so I didn't need to order any vinyl in, but I just tried to condense everything down into kind of 1 or 2 rolls. And then I've decided to move my colour vinyl over to this trolley, just so it's easier to see what colours I've got. Because as I said, I was having a real trouble having it under my Cameo machine. It's kind of hard to keep track of. So I thought if I put labels on each of the drawers, it's going to be easier to see what I'm doing. But then with my most used colours, so the white, the black, the gold and the silver, I put it there, and then my transfer tape in here, and that will be hopefully a lot easier to kind of keep track of. And then I've got my colours in here. Especially because I use my silver, white, gold and black way more often. So they're the ones that need to be the most accessible anyway. Then these, I just put them in the vinyl scraps bit for now, and these bits I'm getting rid of. Then this was kind of coming towards the end of the first day afternoon, and I still had a lot to do and I was a bit overwhelmed, and so I just decided to call it a day there and then pick it up the next day. Day 2. So I got started straight away the next day with paper, notebooks, and I'm just putting a bin bag in there because I take the bin out the night before. Yeah, so this box had a load of paper, notebooks, photo frames, just random stuff like that in. I've got so many empty notebooks and paper and things like that. So I just kind of sorted those into different sections. And I did a notebooks drawer in my Cricut trolley. So I've got a little bit more easy access to those. And then once I've used them, I can fill it up again with other notebooks. And then I'm sorted stuff into like a coloured card and paper pile, and then like a specialty card and paper pile. So I can put those in the drawers in my Cricut trolley as well. Then the next box, that is full of iron-on vinyl and what is that, wall art vinyl, various tools. Again, just a box that I shove stuff in, isn't very organised. I do have this little box thing that I got from GM Crafts that has a lot of my iron-on in, so that is quite handy. Fit as much as I could into there, but then I've got these 2 rolls that didn't fit. So if anyone has any tips for storing iron-on vinyl, I would love to hear them, because they always just come unravelled and it's a bit annoying. So yeah, I tried to put all of that stuff back in as well as I could. I'm not really that happy with it, but so I'll try and think of another solution for those in future. Did a bit of cleaning, just hoovered all of those boxes. Say the white ones pick up dust especially. And then moved on to my next box, which has just gift bags and cards and blanks. Got a lot of friends with babies at the moment, so I just pick up baby clothes when I see them. These are all things that I used to sell and I've still got a load of blanks for, but I just keep them for gifts and stuff now when I need a last minute gift. Glue dots in there, I have no idea why they're in there. And a few things that were good for as vinyl blanks actually. So this is how I organise this drawer. This has tissue paper, cards and kind of blanks and clothes, like those clothes will probably be gone soon, so it's just a temporary thing. But it was a lot neater than when I started, so. Then the last thing on that section of the room, I just wanted to kind of dust and reorganize my books. I did do them by colour, like the home edit, but it looks alright. I found this really cute print as well, which I forgot about, I need to put up. But then it was finally time to deal with my vinyl offcuts drawer, which I was kind of putting off right until the end, just because there's so much and I haven't organised it in so long. You can see literally how many offcuts I've got, it's ridiculous. So I put, that folder's already really full of offcuts. I put as many as I could in there, and then I just did a pile. Decided I'm going to give it away to someone. So that's all the stuff I'm just going to give someone locally who's like new to Cricut, all of that stuff, and then they can use it to practice with. And then moved on to my desk. Had a load of just random pens lying around, so I was like, right, I need a pen pot. So rummaged around the house, found this little clear plant pot thing. That's already a lot neater than it was then. I've got a pot with confetti in because, I mean, yeah, why wouldn't I? So I put that in with my gifts. This was already quite neat. It's all just paper. But then I do have another box of half empty notebooks. Oh, why wouldn't I? So I did go through those. I had a few birthday cards that should be in my gift box. Put a couple more notebooks in the notebook drawer in my Cricut trolley. And I thought that one would be good to just carry around with me when I need to make notes. So I'm going to put that in my handbag. But then the rest are just kind of backup ones that once I use the other ones, I'll go in that box. Or I'll forget about them and I'll buy new ones, probably more likely. So these are all proof of postage receipts, not purchase receipts. So I just got rid of a big chunk of them, which were from about 8 months ago or something, or longer. Then this is a box of just pens and stuff. I need to go through that box really and see if there's any that don't work anymore, but I couldn't face it on this day. Then this is a box of like art supplies and stuff. I just wanted to make sure these boxes were shutting properly because they weren't before, so that's all I did with those. Then took everything off my desk, gave it a really thorough clean and dust, and put everything back on there again. And then the last thing to do was my labels, and then kind of write any little last bits I needed to do on my to-do list. Oh, and I forgot to clean the top of this and just give the room like a last hoover as well. Made sure everything was super clean. And then it was time to do the labels. So I'm glad I made that list, otherwise I would have totally forgot everything I needed. I just used some of that scrap vinyl that I had a lot of, weeded them, just did the transfer tape all at once. And then I just kind of lined them up with that middle handle on the drawer there. And I really love that, and it just feels so much more organised now. And there's my office decluttered. It's annoying because it doesn't look a lot tidier, but I know in my head that everything is just so much more organised within the boxes. I can see all my vinyl a lot better. Everything feels a lot cleaner and fresher. And yeah, super happy with that. I hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like, follow and subscribe for more videos like this in future.